Yes, people, welcome back to another video. After so many years, Arsenal fans have been crying for a striker. Rivals have been saying Arsenal need a striker. Well, it's looking like they're about to get one now. Fabrizio Romano understand Arsenal are now in advanced negotiations for Benjamin Sesko after internal concrete talks reported last week. Discussions underway and proceeding well between parties involved, player and clubs. No agreement yet now or expected this weekend, but advancing. So Sesko to Arsenal is advanced. My thoughts as a Liverpool fan? I've had time to think about Benjamin Sesko as a player. Would I take him at my club for the price and the value for what others on the market? No. But for Arsenal, I actually think he could do well. And the reason why, Arsenal, for one, we all know Arsenal create abundance of chances. And the way Arsenal play by crossing the ball into the box using Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, I feel like Benjamin Sesko could thrive and do really well in that sort of area. For the Bundesliga this season, he has got 13 goals and 5 assists and 4 goals in the Champions League and also 4 goals in the DFB Bundesliga Cup. Also with an assist in there as well. So he's put up okay-ish numbers. But the other worries that lines with me is his passing ability, his first touch, his hold-up play, stuff like that. They're going to be question marks whether that's going to suit Arsenal and do well there with Arsenal. But I actually think he could be a decent player because we know there is a potential there that he is very much raw. But we've seen players that go to Arsenal with a lot of potential, very raw and done really well in recent times. Martinelli, we all know, but he's fallen off a cliff in recent years. Julian Timber's a really good one. Gabriel Magalhaes. Some of their midfielders as well. I actually genuinely think this signing could do well. But I do feel like they should have gone for more of a gunman who's definitely going to put the ball in the back of the net in Gyökeres. Because obviously that's what they need, a guy that's going to put the ball in the back of the net and get them over the line, get 3 points to eventually lead them to a Champions League or a Premier League title. Is Sesko that man? I don't think he's that man now, but he's definitely could be that guy for the future. And I'm really intrigued to see what's going to happen with Kai Havertz. They've got Jesus on the book still. So what's going to happen in that sort of situation? Are Arsenal going to sell one of those two? It's going to be really interesting. I know the links with Rodrigo. So if they actually land Rodrigo, Sesko, and Saka, that's not a bad front three. That is genuinely not a bad front three. You know, Rodrigo known for his creating chances ability, going into the box, creating chances for strikers. If Sesko can get on the end of a couple of those, that would be decent. And what would you argue is a good goal return for him is probably 14, 15 goals. While adding in Saka's numbers, you know, Rice can normally get a couple. If Martin Odegaard can actually pick up form instead of, obviously we already had a disappointing season last season. If he can actually have a really improved season, he can pick up numbers. Ethan Enquiries, we know there's a talent there. Havertz, he provides you 10 plus 15 Premier League goals a season. So Sesko would add you a couple of numbers. It's just whether is it value for money for the price. He is going to cost you, 100 million euros is the asking price when we was talking to Benjamin Sesko. So 100 million euros, is that worth it? Probably not. But a big thing for me that's telling in this deal, this is Mikel Arteta's man. And it's a win-win for Arsenal, this signing, because if it bangs, he does really well and he scores you goals and ultimately gets you over the line. That's what you've been wanting, the Premier League title. But if not, there's pressure on Mikel Arteta. And that's what I think Andre Berta has come in to try and slow down the Arteta's controlments in the signing department. So if it doesn't bang, I expect Mikel Arteta to probably move on and be sacked or something like that. You'd expect, because you can't go nearly 6 years without a trophy, 5 full seasons, 3-4 years of challenging for the title and not getting over the line, and you finally got your man that you wanted in the striker department. We know that Andre Berta wanted Victor Gyökeres. I think that was the better option, in my humble opinion, than Benjamin Sesko. So there's definitely a couple of things to take into account here, that this is Mikel Arteta's signing. So again, it is a win-win, because if it bangs, gets you over the line, If not, Mikel Arteta probably will most likely be moved on from Andre Berta. So I'm really, really intrigued to see how this is going to do. Arsenal do produce, and they have got a good foundation in improving youngsters who are raw. So you'd expect Benjamin Sesko to maybe learn a couple of things and improve a couple of things from Leipzig. Again, I'm going to go back to the point. It's the value for me. Is he the guy to really take you the line and lead Arsenal to becoming Premier League champions, European champions? They're the questions that you have to ask yourselves. Is Sesko enough? No. You will need probably most likely a Rodrigo, someone else in there. Because if you're lined up with Saka, Martinelli and Sesko next season as your potential front three, and you've got Liverpool with Wirtz, Salah, Diaz, if he stays, will go. Gakpo up there. They're going to add another striker. Manchester City. Foden's going to be improved from last season. Haaland, Cherky, Savinho's going to have a better season than we all know. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how this is going to land. This deal is probably most likely going to be happening, because if the discussion's already underway on the player side of things, personal terms probably won't be an issue. And obviously, the deal is most likely advancing probably to a point where Arsenal probably will most likely go in for a bid in for Benjamin Sesko. So people, let me know down below what you think. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Make sure you're smashing the like on that road to 1.5k subs now on the channel. Thank you so much for all the subscribers, the likes, the shares, everything that everyone has given this channel. It's absolutely amazing to see. Is Sesko going to bang? I mean, we're going to find out. And yeah, I'm really intrigued. Sesko to Arsenal is advanced.